Okay, oops, had the OBS on the wrong screen there. But here I'll play my usual stuff against the French. Let's just quickly check the other ratings. 1915 dead is, I guess, not too scary, but Rapid is a whole different game, of course. Okay, this pressure's here, so I think the move should be knight a4. And now c3. And on c takes d4, b4. Because at the moment I'm threatening to take, followed by b4 to fork. If black doesn't sacrifice a piece, I think queen c7 is most usual. And I take back with a knight and bishop d3 and castle, I think relatively naturally. Of course, now I block with the bishop. Not taking the queen on account of the queen taking the knight here. So here I do have a piece, but black does have 3 pawns for it. Usually the piece tends to be slightly better, but we'll see just how well I can prove that. I think next I want to just play bishop d3 and castle. I need to be slightly concerned over how this knight is going to come back in. b5 making sense to me. Okay. This is reasonable, I think. Trying to trade bishops out this way. I have the feeling that the next move is going to be bishop a6. In fact, there's not too many other moves I can play other than that. I am considering king f2, but I think that's a bit too silly for the moment. Knight back coming this way, though, seems nice. To be honest, there isn't really any other square this knight is going to go to in the future except here. But it's looking over c5 for the moment, so I probably don't want to move it away from there. Although, now that black has committed to this, I think queen b3, trying to play queen b5, would be quite annoying to my opponent. Queen b3, knight c5, still a check. So the only way black can stop me from just going queen b5, I think, is to go bishop a6. After bishop a6, I think okay, they play it. I think I just want to trade and play king f2. The queen being here, I think I would prefer over it being here. I like the idea of going rook b1 followed by queen b5. The problem I foresee is rook b1, rook c8, trying to check me and win the rook afterwards. Actually, I thought this knight was covering, but that's clearly not the correct square. So I think I should probably start with just moving the king first. I do need to be aware that I'm now on the f file, so once back castles, I want to play f6 and open up this. Most ideal would be to play knight here and knight takes here, followed by queen here, but I don't think I have quite the time to afford all that luxury. And I think I want this knight here just to remain on this square. So this time I will just go rook here to play queen here. And when black avoids this, I'm going to just move my knight to here, defending my center. Well, it's not much of a center, but I also want to move this rook over so I can tuck my king back to safety. King f2 is an annoying halfway through an artificial castling. And I didn't feel quite safe with that. Without my king on g1. Knight c5 now is slightly annoying as it opens up the queen side. But it does also get rid of my west piece, and I am up a piece, so all the traits should favor me. The e2 pawn is being a bit of a nuisance. So maybe rook b2 followed by the other rook coming to the b file. Black still has to take care of the back rank to challenge the b file. So I think f6 is more of a concern than knight c5. Rook here is not a concern at all. So here I go queen b5, queen b7 is presumably the only move. Queen b5 trades, rook comes down, here, rook here. Oh, that is trapping my knight, which is, as we know, not ideal. And trying to defend it with a rook, I get kicked away. But there's not too much of a rush. I can just play rook here. Now both of these are less scary as I'm about to run to g1, and well, rook here is going to be wasted tempo. I can't go for queen b5 now, as that would leave my c1 rook undefended, but now I can probably use this knight to come over and take this. And use that to play queen b5. Okay, so let's consider f6. f6, f takes, rook takes. That's uncomfortable to deal with. So let's just think about, I think I have to take, otherwise they take. So I'll take first and let them consider which way I want to take back. Pawn takes is not scary at all. Rook takes is slightly more of a worry, but okay, so the knight can of course come in and give me a check, but I think now is a nice time to just step my king back. So if I ever have to, I can just play g3. The queen can come into e2. That's unpleasant. I think I can just trade rooks though, because either this rook comes here, in which case it's not here, or the queen comes here, in which case it's not here. These checks just aren't fast enough to be worth. Okay, so now, well, this is the most annoying thing that queen can do. I think just stepping back now, though, is quite comfortable. And I can just defend with this rook. No need to overcomplicate. And let's just bring this knight here. We've traded off a lot of pieces, so black's any hopes for black initiative are, I think, completely gone. So let's consider what my opponent might want to try next. If knight e4, I don't necessarily want to take, but I feel slightly obliged to. And then these pawns are scary, of course, so perhaps not. Okay, my opponent goes to just attack directly. I think just defending like this. I slightly soften up the light squares around my king, so I do have to be careful of that. But I don't think my opponent is ready to mount any kind of attack. Like e5 looks exciting, but I can just take here. This is here. I assume my opponent wants to try and get the queen to here. So if you want to take here. And so I feel like I want to just put the queen here, prevent that. Okay, that's an annoying move. It does give me back the c3 square, but I can't take because of queen taking the knight. Okay, so presumably the queen will come to g6. I think I will just step the king over to h1. And then I suppose black will try to set up the queen here to give this. This is an annoying attack to have to fend off, especially when there's so few pieces involved. Of course, it's important that this is being covered. I think if black doesn't go for this, I'll put the queen here. In fact, probably I'll put the queen here even if they go for this, just defending this way. Okay, this opens up the F file. I'm definitely annoyed by this, but I'm not sure if there's a threat. This rook does come down to F2 though, so I'm not happy about that. I feel like I do have to take this in order to prevent this pawn coming down here. So I'll have to go for that. And then I need some way of getting rid of black's pieces, because they're seriously starting to be a concern now. And I'm sure black wants to sacrifice here. So I think this knight comes to F1. This rook comes here, defended by the knight. This is still here though, so I need some way of dealing with that. This is quite annoying. Okay, black sacrifices now. I think I have to accept. No way around it. Okay, rook f2. So I have two concerns. Queen check, queen h here, and of course queen just taking here. Sorry again about the clock. Knight f1 unfortunately though loses to this. What? How annoying. So I think I'm just losing the piece. This is really annoying. Not seeing any other moves except queen to here. And that just drops this knight. Ironically enough, I'll still be up a knight for 3 pawns, but this is not what I was looking for at the opening. But this doesn't even work because this is still checkmating. Where's my defense? Come on. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. You can sacrifice the queen for... Ugh, this is me. Couldn't stop anything. Yep. Good game. It's really annoying to lose games like that. Maybe knight f3 to start with instead. King not really helped by being on f2. Yeah, this sacrifice I just missed. Queen g6, king h1. Suppose e5. It says that e5 not particularly good at attacking or defending, unfortunately. Okay, let's have a look at the opening first. So we have this whole sacrifice. b6. So people usually play bishop d3. I guess this whole idea of going rook b1, sorry, queen b3, queen b5 can just really be stopped by black. Then king f2, placing myself in the line of fire. Not at all ideal. Queen b4, stopping black from castling. I would probably never do this just because of this. Okay, so bishop d3, bishop e6. And now knight b2. Knight c5, bishop takes, queen takes, and then queen e2. Queen a3, queen b5 check, king e7, and castle. Okay, so not as simple as it seems at first, but very well scoring. And so I'll know that for the next time I play this. Rook b1, bishop a6, takes. Definitely an annoying line. I was thinking that black would probably play knight c5 around here. Like, I don't want to drop this pawn and let the queen get to the rank, but okay, perpetual. Perpetual's, yeah, that makes sense. f6. I thought black would go for something like this. Okay, wow, this is really scary. My king does not belong on f2. If queen takes in this case, relatively safe. Let's go back to the game. King e1 is... I don't like my king in the center, but I guess it's more safe than to the queen side. Now king g1, knight f3. I didn't do this because of like check and then takes. Maybe being a bit too materialistic. Yeah, here I completely missed d3. If black had gone for this. Keeping this queen here to defend is actually quite nice. And then I'm getting all my pieces back. And I can challenge this queen with this. Yeah. Yeah, just letting this sacrifice happen is no... Had to stop it. King f2 seems insane. Like, who would ever do this? Queen e1. I wanted to stop them taking here. I guess they just have too many threats to deal with. e5, in fact, I had a chance here. I thought e4 would be scary. But apparently, this knight getting to d5? Why? Because it threatens this fork in the meantime. Okay, so suppose we just stay. And this is really scary, but at least all of black's pieces are, well, not busy checkmating my king. And this is, yeah, just forced mate. Not really anything to stop it. No one's playing this. This doesn't help. I really didn't like understand how much danger my king was in until, well, it was way too late. Knight c3 is not an obvious move to find. Queen b3. I think more along something I would have been looking for if I'd understood the problems. So I thought of coming up with a queen this way, but it would be met by e4. And not this way because I'm dragging my queen away from my king, where I think I felt the queen had to be. This is interesting, but yeah. Okay, I think I'll finish there for today. Thank you all for watching, and if you're still here, please comment down below and say what you thought of the game.